A week and a half ago, Arsenal played against Man United, and in the 13th minute of the match, the Gunners had their first dangerous moment. The ball ended up with Kai Havertz, and there was nothing stopping him from scoring a goal, but he simply missed the ball. 10 minutes later, Havertz made an inaccurate pass, which Marcus Rashford capitalized on to open the scoring in the match. In the first half, Arsenal fans were left wondering, for what we have paid 75 million euros?
Absolutely nothing.
Every player has bad matches from time to time, but in the case of Kai Havertz, it's becoming a norm. Previously, his mistakes may not have stood out as much, but for instance, his profligacy in the match against Fulham had an impact on the game's outcome, as he made 2 mistakes in just 7 minutes and they resulted in 2 goals. So far this season, Kai Havertz is making himself a laughingstock, which is good for us, content creators, but very detrimental to his own career. Yes, for now, Mikel Arteta is patient and persistently includes the German in the starting lineup, but sooner or later his patience will run out. What is the root of Kai Havertz's problems, and what does Mikel Arteta need to do to integrate the German into his system? When Kai Havertz first appeared in the Bundesliga, everyone noticed his talent. Many said he had the talent of Mario Götze, and at Bayer Leverkusen he confirmed this in every game, scoring goals and providing assists. Remember this comparison with Mario Götze because it will be crucial later in the video. In 2020, he moved to the Premier League to play for Chelsea. All Chelsea needed to do was integrate Kai into their playing system, but in the typical Chelsea fashion, everything wasn't that easy. When they signed Havertz, the manager was Frank Lampard, who struggled in his second season with the team and he was fired. After that, Thomas Tuchel arrived, and for a while he figured out how to incorporate the German talent into his system to make him useful. Additionally, he found a way to mask his weaknesses. Kante and Kovacic covered for these weaknesses, so when they weren't on the field, Kai was pretty much useless. Then Thomas Tuchel was sacked by Todd Boehly, literally out of nowhere, and Graham Potter took his place, but he couldn't understand how to use the German in his system. Potter was sacked due to the team's poor results, and then the second coming of Frank Lampard to Chelsea, but he also couldn't integrate the German properly into the game. At Chelsea, before the arrival of Thomas Tuchel, Kai Havertz was often used to patch up gaps in the starting lineup, because he could perform the required functions, albeit not at the highest level. He was especially liked as a forward, even though he is not a natural striker. This was mainly because Chelsea couldn't buy the forward they needed. Additionally, the club had an unstable managerial situation, with each manager attempting to build their own style of play. Due to these constant changes and different visions of how he should play, as well as being played out of position, which expanded his versatility on the field, but also exposed many of his shortcomings. Now we are in the summer of 2023, Kai Havertz moved from Chelsea to Arsenal, where he will be working with a manager who can unlock his full potential. However, Mikel Arteta encountered the same pitfalls that initially set Havertz up for failure at Arsenal. According to the plan, Kai Havertz was acquired to replace the departed Granit Xhaka, and now Arteta is attempting to assign to him the same role that the Swiss Albanian used to perform. Remember I mentioned that you should remember the comparison with Mario Götze? Well, Kai Havertz, like Mario Götze, is a classic number 10 in their true form. Havertz has only 2 roles that he can perform without any problems, playing as a number 10, or as Arteta should consider, giving him the role of an 8. However, this will take time. Furthermore, after the tumultuous experience at Chelsea, he needs to regain his confidence because every player who has ever been at Chelsea tends to lose it. Chelsea is like a dementor that sucks out all the best from a footballer and leaves only a shell behind. So let's give him time to return to the level that initially earned him the title of the main talent in German football of his generation. It's quite evident now that he lacks confidence in his actions and decision-making on the field. In my opinion, the main issue is that due to his time at Chelsea, Arsenal fans still perceive him as a forward by inertia, even though, as I mentioned earlier, he has never been a natural forward. He simply had to play that role. Therefore, we should be a bit more understanding towards the German and give him time to adapt to his new responsibilities under Arteta's guidance. The key is to ensure he doesn't have to continue patching up gaps in the lineup due to his versatility. Thank you for watching. What do you think about Kai Havertz at Arsenal? Do you think he will succeed with the Gunners, and in what position do you envision him playing? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next videos.